Hello everybody, welcome back to part 4 of SAP Build Process Automation Tech Byte series. In the part 3, we have seen what are the different types of triggers that exist in order to start a business process. And also we have explored the form and API triggers, how to create, how to configure them, and how to test them. In this episode, we shall see how to create and configure event triggers. Here is a block diagram to understand the flow of business events from SAP S/4HANA to SAP Integration Suite Event Mesh and from Event Mesh to SAP Build Process Automation on BTP. Looking deeper, when on SAP S/4HANA Cloud or on-prem system, a business object like sales order is created, changed, updated or deleted, and event is generated. This event is passed on to event mesh component within the integration suite. There are some configurations done on event mesh in order to pass on the event to SAP Build Process Automation service in order to trigger a process or automation via the event trigger. So let's jump into the system and examine the configurations done for this setup. This is the S/4HANA system. On the S/4HANA system, we shall see what configurations has to be done in order to connect to Integration Suite Event Mesh. My developer advocate colleague Antonio Maradiaga, he is our integration expert and he has done all the necessary configuration that are needed. Search for communication arrangements. Choose communication arrangements. Communication arrangement name is EMIS, Event Mesh Integration Suite. This is the name of the communication arrangement created. And it is created for the scenario SAP_COM_0092. This is important. And we see the scenario name as Enterprise Eventing Integration. We shall check what other parameters are set. This is important to have a communication system. EMIS_0092 is the communication system. And even this is important. The channel name is EMIS_BTP. We also check the channel created and the configurations that are done within the channel for eventing. Topic space is important. This we need for the queues what we are going to create in the event mesh. And the outbound services, this is the place where it is getting connected to the BTP system. This is the service key information that is coming from the event mesh messaging client instance from BTP. We shall also examine that later in the BTP system. Now let us go to the channel. Search for channel. Enterprise Event Enablement, configure channel binding. So this is the channel. EMIS_BTP is the channel that has been created from the communication arrangements. These are the topics that has to be provided because we want to capture the events that are created when a sales order is changed, created or deleted. So where I can quickly show you, when we create a new event, we can choose the topic from the F4 help. For example, I can give the topic as sales. I search for sales topic. So what topics I'm using are the sales order changed, sales order created, sales order deleted. These are the three topics what I need. These are the outbound topics from S/4HANA to the event mesh. We can go to Enterprise Event Enablement Event Monitor to test this. EMIS BTP is the channel. We can produce a test event. Produce test event. SAP S/4HANA E4L is this space, topic space, and this is the topic which is sent. We shall refresh it. It is acknowledged. If you would like to understand the step-by-step configuration done in order to establish the communication between S/4HANA Cloud System and event mesh of SAP Integration Suite of BTP, then you could check out this YouTube live stream by Antonio Maradiaga. Especially from the time 30 minutes, you could check where actually the S/4HANA integration has been demonstrated. I will be linking it here in the right corner and also linking it in the description. Now let us look into the BTP system. This is the sub-account where the Integration Suite service is present. And this is the message client instance that is used to establish the communication between S/4HANA and the Integration Suite. And here is the key. Here the service key information has been used here in the outbound services. The service URL is fetched from the message client. This is another sub account on the BTP system where SAP Build Process Automation service is present, and also the instance of SAP Build Process Automation is created. This is the standard instance of SAP Build Process Automation that is created for this event mesh integration. And here is the service key which will be used during the webhook configuration of event mesh. It will be shown in the further steps. Now let us see the sub account where the Integration Suite service is present. Within the Integration Suite we have event mesh. Open the Integration Suite application. Enter with the default identity provider. This is the Integration Suite. The Manage Business Events, that is the event mesh capability has been enabled. Under Configure, there is Event Mesh capability. Click on Event Mesh. We shall see what configuration has been done in the Event Mesh. First and foremost part is queues. Here is a queue which is created by name SBPA events. This is the queue where all the events will be stored. Click on this. These are the queue settings, and let us check the queue subscriptions. So this is the place where the event topics are subscribed to. We have the events from the communication arrangements. The same events are present here along with the topic space. This is the topic space. This is for the sales order create. This is for the sales order changed. This is for the sales order deleted. The topics have been subscribed. And whenever such events happen, all the events will be stored in this queue. Message clients are nothing but these are the entities to authenticate the producer of the event, that is our S/4HANA system, and also the consumer of the event, that is SAP Build Process Automation. The message clients are created in the BTP cockpit. Here we have the Integration Suite, and this is the message clients created. EMIS S4HC, E4L. This is one message client which is present here. This is the client which will authenticate the S4HANA system and route the events to the event mesh. And there is one more message client, EMIS SBPA Consumer Dev. This is another message client which will pass on the event from event mesh on to the SAP Build Process Automation. We need 2 message clients. These are utilized. Let us check within the message client what has been done. When we click on the message client, these are the queues, SBPA events. Let us see the configuration of SAP Build Process Automation Consumer Message Client. So we are interested in SAP Build Process Automation events queue. Another important configuration is webhook subscription. So this is the name of the webhook subscription. It is utilizing the SAP Build Process Automation events. This is important to note. For example, if we try to create a webhook subscription, here we have the option to choose the queue name, SAP Build Process Automation events. Selecting this, the existing webhook is created. If we see the configuration of the webhook, this is the name of the webhook, and it is using this queue. This field is important, Build Process Automation events, and this field is also important, the endpoint. How to get the endpoint of the webhook? We need to go to the sub account where we have the SAP Build Process Automation instance. So this is the SAP Build Process Automation Event Mesh Integration Suite instance. This is the standard instance, and here we have the key. Click on this. Here we have the endpoint. We have to get the API value, append with this path, internal/be/v1/events. Now we have seen all the configurations that has to be done on event mesh. Now let us see what configurations has to be done on the SAP Build Process Automation side in order to receive the events. This is the sub account where SAP Build Process Automation application is present. Let's open the application. This is SAP Build Lobby. Under connectors, we have events option. We need to create the sales order events in order to capture the events from the event mesh. How it is done is, click on create, choose Business Accelerator Hub, search for sales order events. This is the sales order events. Sales order created, sales order changed, sales order deleted. These are the same topics. For example, for the create event, this is the event what we have subscribed in the Integration Suite queue subscriptions. So we need to add this in order to get all these events. Since it is already done, I'm not going to do again. Next, where the events will be captured, we need to go to monitoring. Under acquired events, we click on business events. Here all the events that are generated on S4HANA is captured. Let us test. Let us see what business roles I need to have in order to do the S4HANA and the event mesh configuration, and also now to create the sales orders. I'll go to maintain business users, search for my name. Here is my user. These are the assigned business roles. Communication admin, in order to establish the integration between S/4HANA and the event mesh, what the communication arrangements, communication systems, communication channel, and all the configuration we have done. For that we need this role, the system administrator role, and now the sales representative role in order to create the sales orders. Let's open the app Create Sales Order. Sales order type is standard order, sales org 1010, the distribution channel is 10, division is 00. I have the sold to party. Let us search for this and create this. I will proceed to create the sales order. Sales order is created and this is the sales order number 464963. Now let us go to the lobby and check under business events. We have to refresh it, 464963, and all the related data is also captured. In the part 3 of Tech Byte series, I had created a project called Sales Order Management Project Explore Triggers. I will be copying this project in order to explore the event triggers. Here is the copy. Open the sales order handling process. I have modified the sales order approval form fields in order to match with the incoming event fields. Let's check. I have the sold to party, sales order ID, sales organization fields. We now need to add the trigger. Click on Add a Trigger. Choose Wait for an Event. Since it is a copied project, it has some input parameters from the old copied process. So it will be now overwritten if we add the event trigger. This is okay. The browse library opens. It lists all the events from the events project. We need the sales order created event. Add this. Okay, we need to create this event trigger. Click on Create. Event trigger created successfully. Click on the event trigger, and these are the incoming fields from the event trigger. Let's click on the approval form. These are the inputs. We need to map the fields from the trigger to the approval form. Click on the field, expand it. We need the sales order, sales organization, sold to party. Save it. Based on the approver decision, the flow will take the approve path or the reject path. For the approval form, we need a sales order and we need the sales order ID. We shall get it from the process inputs. We need the sales order. We have to send a notification to the approver. Recipient is my user. It will go to my inbox in the lobby. I am the approver for this process, and also depending on the approval or reject path, I will be receiving the notifications. If it is confirmed, I will be notified in my inbox. If it is rejected, then also I will be notified in my inbox. Let's save this process. Now the process modeling part is done. In order to test this process, we need to release and deploy the project. Click on Release. Now the project is released. Deploy it. I will be deploying to the public environment. Now the project is deployed successfully. Now let us go to the Build lobby, monitoring, process and workflow instances. Now we need to create a sales order on S4HANA system in order to trigger the process. Let's go to the S4HANA system. In the S4HANA system, now we need to create the sales order. Open the Create Sales Orders app. Standard order, sales org 1010, distribution channel is 10, division is 00. I have the sold to party already. Now let us create the order. Click on Create. A sales order 464964 is created. We need to remember the sales order ID, and let us go to the lobby and refresh it. We see the sales order handling process got triggered. We shall open this process instance. 464964 is created and waiting for the approval. Let us examine the context of event is created and the sales order is 464964. This is what we just created, and all the data is also present. Now let us go to the inbox in order to see the approval notification. The sales order 464964 is waiting for your approval. As a sales manager, I will be getting this notification. All the data I have mapped from the event trigger is taken over. This is the sold to party, this is the sales order and the sales organization. All this data looks good. I will approve this sales order. I will provide a message and approve it. Go to the process instance and refresh it. The sales order 464964 has been confirmed. This message has been sent to the sales representative inbox. Now I am also playing the role of the sales representative. I will go to the inbox. As a sales representative, I am seeing this notification. Your sales order 464964 has been confirmed. And congratulations. I will submit. Back to the process instance and refresh. Now the sales order handling process execution is completed. The instance is completed successfully. So this is how the process is executed from trigger to completion. I hope you have found this video helpful. Thank you for your patience and thank you for watching.